I'm Frank Michelli. I'm the president of East Valley Baseball, and we're here today to give you a little bit of a tour and some history about East Valley Baseball and what we offer the kids of our community and so on and so forth. So right now we're standing in front of our field 2 on this particular field. Whether you can see the whole thing or not at this moment, we play our 7 through 10-year-old divisions. That's Pinto, which is 7 and 8-year-olds, and our Mustang are 9 and 10-year-olds. A lot of things that have happened since when we first started back in 2004. Our fields, our joke was they had gone foul. They kind of looked like our back 40, which we'll get into in a few minutes. There are a lot of things have been done: new irrigation, grass, the delineation of a baseball field. We've revamped all our bleachers with new planks and paint and all that fun stuff. So we serve kids ages, boys and girls, ages 3 to 18. Our 3-year-old division we call Spirit. It's 3 and 4-year-olds, and it's the basics of baseball, right? Station to station, off of a tee. The division after that is Shetland for 5 and 6-year-olds. It's a machine pitch league. It's a manual spring-operated machine pitch. Kids can't hit the machine, out comes the tee. The age of 7, they start kid pitch, and it's the beginning of real baseball. At the age of 9, our Mustang division, it is real baseball. They take leadoffs, drop third strikes. Pitchers have to learn to go out of a stretch and a windup. Kids can start wearing metal cleats. The game is Major League Baseball rules, of course, for kids. 11 and 12-year-old is our Bronco division. Same rules as our 9 and 10-year-old. Basically, after your 9-year-old season, you'll play that game for the rest of your life. So after Bronco, there's Pony, which is ages 13, 14. After Pony, Colt is 15 to 18. Those are the divisions that we offer here at East Valley. We are hoping in the future to establish a girls' division for softball. That is in the future. That happens when we get new fields built. We're not sure exactly that timeline, but that is in the future and is in the works at this moment. So we're really excited about that. Before the season starts, teams will usually practice twice a week, once during the week, once on weekends. When the season starts, we usually do the first month of the season where we don't play weekday games. That allows you to play a game during or on a weekend, figure out what you need to improve on, practice during the week. So usually it's twice a week, whether it be practices or games. One thing that we're very lucky with, we actually have 2 of our 4 fields at this moment do have lights. So some of our upper divisions are able to take advantage of the lights. I mean, after all, you kind of don't want a 7-year-old hanging out until 10 o'clock at night, practicing or playing. It's a little bit after their bedtime, so we understand that. And it's usually the older kids that do get to take advantage of the lights. Now, I put these fields up against most fields in the valley. We're really proud of what's happened. We had a dirt parking lot. We have a paved parking lot. We had a decrepit snack stand. We have a new snack stand. We didn't have bathrooms. We have bathrooms. We have 2 fields that have lights that didn't have lights before. In the works, there's a plan with the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, and it's a water conservation act in which they're trying to save groundwater by runoff water and create groundwater, I should say. In that area, they're going to develop that area, level it, grade it out, and when it's all said and done, there will be 3 new baseball fields out there, according to them, with lights, so that should be pretty exciting. Once that gets done, which is, from this point, about a 5-year project, we'll then be able to offer girls softball, and we're really excited about that one. It'll create a new entrance off of Strathern. It'll create some new picnic areas, some new family gathering areas. So, you know, always improving, always moving forward, always looking to the future and trying to make East Valley Baseball the best youth baseball we can get. So we do look to the community for support. Businesses, as far as sponsors are concerned. The one thing we don't do, years ago, you used to, the names were on the back of the uniforms, Chico's, bail bonds. things like that, like Bad News Bears. We don't do that anymore, right? What we do now is we solicit sponsorship. It's for the league. A team sponsor isn't a team sponsor anymore. It's a league-wide sponsor where every child gets that opportunity. All monies that come in goes towards every player in the league to benefit the league as a whole and not just one group of the league. This is field number 1. This is our T-ball field. It's also known as Yogi and Les Riley Field. They were some volunteers from San Val Little League years ago who basically they were the people behind building this field for this community. So the field has been named after them. Yogi is still with us, and she lives right across the street from East Valley and actually comes here every Saturday to watch T-ball games. So we're pretty honored to have her involved with our program. So that's really neat thing. We're also an all-volunteer league. As you can see, one of our volunteers is lining our fields for us to make them look nice at all times. Make them look like we're ready to play baseball. So as we leave field 1, this is field 2. On this field, we play our 7 and 8-year-old division known as Pinto and our 9 and 10-year-old Mustang. They get to play on this field. This is the only field that actually is not named after anybody. So if there's a sponsor out there that would like to have a field named after them, as they say, money talks. And on this field, one of the things that's kind of neat, we actually have 2 batting cages on this field. So what that allows is during games or practices, just more time for kids to get prepared to play the game of baseball. And they all have their own bullpens. All fields have bullpens, except our field 1. There's no pitching in field 1, so the kids don't have to do it. It's a machine. So all our fields have bullpens, grass infields, lit scoreboards. 2 of the fields have lighting, but we'll take you on a tour of those fields. So one of the things that we've actually created for our families, we created a picnic area. This building here is our old snack stand, which is now, we call it the gear box. It's where we sell all our East Valley baseball gear. T-shirts, extra hats if kids lose them, items for parents to wear and things like that. And this is field number 3. This is, a lot of people always call this our main field. Years ago when it was Little League, that 11 and 12-year-old division was the division. Now because we're a pony league, or really independent, excuse me, no league is better than the other. No division is better than the other. All fields are treated equally the same. So on this field, our 9 and 10-year-old division plays on this field, and our 11 and 12-year-old division. This field does have a name to it, and I'm going to be self-serving here for a moment because I didn't do it. This is known as Frank Michelli Field. One thing that's also kind of cool, we built 2 new batting cages. I should say we revamped 2 batting cages that were there but had fallen fallow. These are all the people that have a field named after them. Yogi and Les Riley. Gives a little description of what they did for us over the years. Tony Cervera. The field was dedicated way back when in 1965 as Tony Cervera Field. We rededicated the field in 2008 to him. That was actually the first field that had an electric scoreboard on it as East Valley Baseball. And before we turned the scoreboard on, we wouldn't do that until all the other fields had scoreboards. And once all the other fields had scoreboards, then we turned on the electrical and were able to keep score for everybody to see. And the last one there is, okay, I know, it's self-serving. The reality is, without the Cervera family, this facility does not exist. And there's absolutely no 2 ways about that one. in spite of what Anthony always says. Without them, we wouldn't be. We want families to come here and hang out. We don't want them to drop their child off and leave. We want them to stay, watch, whether it be siblings, parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents. We want people to stay and watch their child play baseball and be part of what they're doing. So this is field 4. This is our field 4. Well, we can play our 11 and 12-year-old division on here with some very simple minor changes. Otherwise, we basically play our 13 through 18-year-olds here. Our high school division is the 15 through 18-year-olds. But our pony division, which we normally have about 6 teams on that level. One of the things that we're always impressed about, that's one of the largest divisions in the valley for that age group. I jokingly say we're kind of big man on campus. I don't know why. I don't know what we're doing different than any other league, but they enjoy coming here. It's a beautiful field. We're starting our Wrigley Field look going. The ivy, that ivy that's up right now is taking about 5 years to get and we're hoping in another 5 years it'll be completely filled. And then we just have to work on trimming it and keeping it nice. This field has its own batting cage. Once again, bullpens. And one of the things that's neat, one of the local high schools actually helped us build these bullpens. It was a project that their coach had them do this year. The kids from North Hollywood High School. So to register for East Valley Baseball, you can go to our website at eastvalleybaseball.org. All registration is done online. There's a link on our website for either our spring or our fall season when those times come along. Go there, register, and it's just that easy.